influencing the ones that do it best. Oh yeah, start a movement with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We trying to do what they said that we couldn't do. Oh yeah, I ain't living with regrets. Ain't no limits, ain't no rest. They want money, power, respect. I want more, I wanna be blessed. Yes. We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the blessing.
Live from DeVos Fieldhouse, Mike Coleman, Matt Wayner here on this call for the MIAA tournament game. Cannot believe we're here already, Mike, but no place we would rather be than on this call on a nice warm Holland evening here in Holland, Michigan. And Mike, we got a great matchup. Number 3, Hope College hosting number 6, Adrian College.
All true, Matt Wayner. Glad to have you along. Good to have you along, whether you're an Adrian fan or a Hope College fan. The 34th annual MIAA tournament. And I'll tell you what, Adrian's been a good representative in this tournament. They've made 6 straight, but Hope College, my goodness, 3rd straight year they're the number 3 seed. We're going to get into the details, but they've won the last 3 MIAA tournaments, the last 2 against ranked opponents in the semifinal and the final. We'll get to those details, but bottom line is, first round, you got to get to the first round, and through the first round, Hope's 19-2 overall, but one of those losses back in 2020 came against the Adrian Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's a great point to make, Mike, and obviously this 7-18 Adrian Bulldogs team, it still has a lot to show for, but the story of today right now, folks, is Eli Schoonveld, 5th-year senior, will not be playing. He's down with an ankle injury. Ben Wagar not available as well for Hope College. But who did I just see out there windmill dunk? But Ethan Crabtree. So we'll see if he gets some minutes in there as well. But Mike, that will be Zach Hawes in the starting lineup for Hope in a game that they must win if they want to see their postseason hopes stay alive.
Indeed, the winner of this game plays at Calvin on Friday against the Trine University Thunder. Matt, you look back on the regular season, Hope College won a slogfest here, 61-54, and then they defeated Adrian handily just a while ago, 80-53. Is it hard to beat a team 3 years in a row, or 3 games in a row? The numbers favor Hope in all facets. What's your thoughts?
Absolutely. It's always hard to win 3 games in a row in a season. That's why you look at these matchups, and you and I were talking on Saturday, who do you want to see, Albion or Adrian? And I don't know, 6 of one, half dozen with the other. Outside of here, down in Olivet, Michigan, Olivet is hosting Albion, so we'll stay with scores on that one throughout the evening and see who wins that. The winner of the Olivet Albion game will end up playing number 1 seed Calvin, undefeated in MIAA play. So Mike, hats off to them for what an unbelievable season that Calvin Knights team had.
You have to tip your cap, but we'll worry about Calvin later. They won 18 straight, just to refresh everybody's memory. But you know, Hope College, this is a team that comes in at 14-11, a little down one loss wise from the last couple of years. But I tell you, nobody's won 4 MIAA tournaments in a row. Hope's done it once, Calvin's done twice. This would be rare air. I think this is a lot tougher than it's been the last couple seasons.
No, you're completely right. And I can go back to, Mike, you and I talked in December. We were on the call for an MIAA game. Hope was 4-0, Calvin was 4-0, Trine was 4-0, and we said, this looks like a 3-team race. Well, it was a 2-team race all year. Calvin and Trine really were heading above everybody else, and then Hope just kind of came along in that 3rd spot. But I think this Hope team, they were battling a lot throughout the year. They were trying to find a 3rd scorer outside of Quillen and Werman, and Hovey was that, but outside of that, I mean, they just struggled to get a ton of bench production throughout this year, and it's just felt like a team that's kind of just honestly won MIAA games with toughness. And I think that's all it will take tonight against an Adrian team that's iffy offensively. But hey, they came to play, so we got to roll the ball out, and we got to see who ends up winning this one.
And to your point, I want to talk briefly about when the Hope turned the corner. They won 5 of their last 6, and in that stretch in the last 6, Coach Mitchell in his 11th season made some changes, brought Justice Mims off the bench, put Charlie Howell in the starting lineup. Mims gave him some pop off the bench. They started shooting better. They're 50% shooting their last 6. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. Sometimes a shakeup can be a good thing. Sure was in this case.
No, and Mike, 3 weeks ago, I bought $10,000 worth of Charlie Howell stock, so I'll let you know how that plays in next year, junior year and senior year, because, man, how great has he been defensively for this Hope team?
Yeah, he's been amazing. It's just been a team effort by committee. And let's head back to last year. Last year, Hope College made it to the first round against Albion, and then they defeated Calvin and then Trine 3 games in 3 days because we had a snow out. But before we get to that, the last time these two teams played was in the first round back in 2023, and that was right here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Hope took that one convincingly. But Adrian's got one MIAA title. Do they have the guns to do it? They certainly have some talent. Do they have the depth? They've been struggling. They're 1-5 in their last 6 games. They need a push.
It's not March yet, Mike, but it just about feels like it when we got conference basketball tournament games here in Holland.
Yes, we do. Well, we're going to send it to Darren Deistermars. We will keep it right here. We'll keep our mouths shut for a minute. We'll have our national anthem starting lineups, and Matt and I will bring you first round of the MIAA tournament here from Hope College.
And be recognized at this time. Stand or wave your hand at this time. Thank you to all of you who serve our country. Thank you, veterans. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, if so desired, please join me in the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We're going to skate to one song only.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here in the campus of Hope College for the 2025 MIAA Men's Basketball Tournament. Tonight's quarterfinal contest features the Bulldogs of Adrian College and the Hope College Flying Dutchmen. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Bulldogs at 1 forward, a 6'5" sophomore from Ann Arbor. Number 2, Braylon Dickerson. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'6" freshman from Cadillac. Number 5, Charles Howell. At 1 forward for the Bulldogs, a 6'4" senior from Tiffin, Ohio. Number 10, Nick Seifert. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'5" sophomore from Shelby, number 24, Parker Hovey. Starting at center for the Bulldogs, a 6'6" senior from Muskegon, number 32, Josh Jordan. And at center for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'9" senior from Ada, number 33, Gabe Quillen. At 1 guard for the Bulldogs, a 6' junior from Fenton, number 4, Seth Logan. And at 1 guard for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'3" senior from Hazlitt, number 3, Zach Hawes. And at the final guard spot for the Bulldogs, a 6' senior from Grand Blanc, number 20, Josh Recksteiner. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutchman, a 5'11" junior from Lansing, number 12, Marcus Warman. Adrian College is coached by Tim Kaiser. Hope College is coached by Greg Mitchell. Your officials this evening, Chad Palmer, Chase Conrad, and Ross Winter.
Back here at DeVos Fieldhouse, Mike Coleman, Matt Wainer on this call. And here at tip-off, Mike, we got this 7-18 Bulldog squad taking on 14-11 Hope College. Something we weren't able to talk much about this Adrian team in the pregame, but how about these two guys that are playing 34 minutes a game? And that's Braylon Dickerson and Nick Seifert, who, man, that's a lot of time on the floor.
Yeah, they average 29 points combined between them. And one thing that Hope has done, they've managed to neutralize Dickerson, averaging 14.5 points a game. He's only averaged 6.5 against Hope on 4 of 24 shooting through 2 games as Quillen and Josh Jordan will tip off. Quick fact, this is the 3rd time in the last 6 seasons Hope's been the number 3 seed against the number 6 Adrian Bulldogs, so we have seen a rinse and repeat of this rivalry in the last 6 years of the tournament. Turnaround, Dickerson short, on the run rebound is Charlie Howell. Zach Haas making his 3rd career start. We know what he did last time, 14 points, a career high.
Yeah, and if you weren't with us on Saturday, Mike, how about that slam dunk by Zach Haas? I know we couldn't go too many minutes in without giving him his flowers. What an unbelievable game he had on Saturday.
Incredible. Height advantage. Quillen taking advantage of the dump. He's 10 of 15 against Adrian this year in 2 games in the early 2-0 lead for the Dutchman.
I love them getting Quillen going early. That's something in the last 5 or 6 games here at DeVos Fieldhouse, they haven't fed Quillen that much down low. And I think especially with his matchup on the senior Josh Jordan, I expect Quillen to get fed a lot tonight.
I agree. Jordan goes 6'6". He's a physical kid. He can play, but Quillen 6'9" with the long arms, something that they can exploit. Howell, baseline to Hubby, has a seam, lays it up with a finger roll. Boy, he's had a breakout year, and he's averaging 15 points a game against Adrian this year, shooting 55% against the Bulldogs as Hubby. Was working hard down low as Rechsteiner, the senior, getting the start. 3 ball on the way, and that's the shot you want if you're a Hope defense player, Matt Wainer.
Yeah, and it's all Hope College right now with a 4-0 lead, and they feel like they're just controlling this game at will right now. Here's Howell.
Howell, skip pass inside to Haas, dances off, he's going to the line. How about that awareness? Drew the help side defense, Haas saw that, skip pass, great play.
And the thing that's most important to me is that Haas is not hesitating. He is confident, he has played, even though only 3 starts here in his career, he knows that this team can rely on him and he's not afraid.
Like we said, 14 points last game, a career high. First time he's ever been in double figures as he sinks the free throw. We saw the emergence of his confidence, and like Zach Haas really settled in. And I think this start is fortuitous for a lot of different reasons. I know he's a senior, but this is a good chance for him in the tournament to really be an X factor for the Flying Dutchman.
And I'm excited to see, especially Mike, if it's tonight and then able to play on Friday, the winner of this game, how about you get none other than a top 10 team in Trine? How about that?
Well, that is all true, and it's no big deal for Hope. They defeated 4 ranked teams in the semis and the finals the last 2 years. Has dropped that one down is Nick Seifert, averaging 14 points a game. Second on the team as Dickerson comes out on Warman. Little half-court trap over to Hubby.
Adrian kind of moved into, it looked like a little bit of a 1-3-1 at the beginning. Really frustrated Hope that possession.
Hope's been taking care of the basketball this year against Adrian, just 12 turnovers a game, but they cough it up for the first time. 5-point run to start for Hope, 5-2 our score. We played almost 3 minutes. Seifert cut off. Corner pocket over to Rechsteiner. Down to Dickerson. Hawes got a tough matchup by the left elbow. Shot clock at 7. Adrian discombobulated. Quick release 3-ball on the way. Skips off the look of Seth Logan, and Quillen with another rebound.
Really not a good possession by Adrian here. I mean, really just not able to kind of get anything fluid going. I think they wanted to just get the ISO with Braylon Dickerson, and that wasn't going to happen.
Travel call. Hubby thought he was going to take it to the rack. He was looking to pass to Howell, and he travels as Decker checks in for Hope. And I think
that's Luke Rager coming in for Adrian. And Mike, same last possession. Funny, Hope able to get past half-court line, and looked like Adrian wasn't able to set up their 1-3-1 trap in the way they wanted to. I bet they're going to go in and out of that as much as they want here tonight.
Maybe to confuse Huff offensively, and Huffy took advantage on that as he was able to drive the lane. Josh Decker coming off a 15-point performance on Saturday with 5 3 balls as part of five straight 3-pointers to start that game.
It was all seniors on Saturday, which was really cool. And not the ones that you thought. It wasn't Quillen and Schoonville, you know. It was Decker and Hawes and Wagger. Yeah, all with double digits in that game.
It was incredible. Ben Wagger had 3 balls, 2 to start the game. And he's playing in concussion protocol or just getting over it. We will not see him tonight. Decker playing with kind of a compromised knee, wearing that brace with the left side. Bang it down low, kick out. 3-ball, corner pocket, filling that one nicely is Logan.
And I really don't like the awareness there of Hope. I saw him get the ball down to Jordan thinking he better not back up and try to score over Quillen. You have to know that he's thinking kick out. I mean, you have to know that he's not going to go right up on Quillen there. And Decker was just late on that possession. Makes up for it.
NBA line drive 3, 6 of his last 8 from 3. And after a 5-point run, 3 in the pocket by Josh Decker, averaging 7 a game. 16:03 left, rejected. How with the athleticism? No, sir, not in my house. Warman dances, weaves, off the window, count it.
And that's just his first 2 points, but Mike, they don't really have an asset on Adrian's team that's going to be quick enough to stay with Marcus if he beats you by a step.
Even Parker, I think, is quick enough where he can beat you up the dribble. Justice Mims in the game for the Flying Dutchman, the junior out of Rochester Hills, averaging 9.5 a game as he disrupts, trying to feed into Logan, picked up by Warman. 2-on-2 now, numbers. Decker, long range downtown, good look, no fly. He had the look, Matt Wayner. Decker just off the sidearm. Time it on the court. Let's take a breather. 15:24 left. Well, we traded 3 5-point runs. Hope has 2 of them. They're up 10-5. Matt and I will be right back on the Hope Sports Network.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
With my broadcast partner, Matt Wayner, voice of Hope College women's basketball, always helping out here on the men's side. Matt, we're going to keep an update on Olivet and Albion. Olivet, the number 4 seed. They were favored to finish 6th in the MIAA. They have definitely overachieved. A, that's a good ball club, and B, they're taking on an Albion team at the number 5 seed that Hope handed heartedly a big loss on Saturday.
And that Olivet team, I think I told you in November when we were able to see them in a tournament earlier, I was like, I like what they're able to do offensively. They're just young and they're pretty undisciplined, but they scrap. I mean, they scrap, and possession after possession. I mean, how about pretty good coaching staff over there able to get things going. You can't say enough about him.
No, I love Sam Hargraves. He was with Alma. He brought him to the Elite 8. And Olivet's the only team that's defeated Hope in the last 6 games, 66-52 at the Cutler Center. Mims going for the steal. Dickerson, mid-range, fills it. We haven't seen a lot of productivity from Dickerson, and Hope's been able to stabilize him to a certain extent.
Here's that trap again, Mike.
Trying to just keep the ball in the backcourt is Simon Newhouse, the sophomore out of East Grand Rapids. Lob pass inside, Newhouse, great feed on the lob, Alley and the Utes.
Love that awareness, Newhouse and Werman there. I mean, he knows exactly where he's got to be and comfortable catching that ball, putting it up there.
Beautiful timing. Kendall Chrismon has his shot rejected. The senior, he's been around a long time. Not that time. Inside, Mims rattles one home. Check that, Warman drove the lane. You talked about that speed, Matt, and it pays dividends.
Yeah, this Adrian defense needs to make adjustments. I mean, they're just getting beat on everything. They're not talking through switches. They just look really kind of stagnant behind what Hope wants to do.
Agreed. 9-2 run. That one skims out. Warman had a good look from mid-range. Left elbow extended. 14-7 our score. Approaching the 6-minute mark of the first half. Braylon Dickerson, 14.5 points a game. Down inside to Chrismon. He'll give you 7.5 off the bench. Good turnaround by the KG veteran. I've always liked his game out of Niles Brandywine. It seems like he's been around for about 7 years.
Yeah, and that's a pretty comfortable shot there. Here's they set up in the trap. I love the way they use Dickerson's length combined with Jordan as the 5 down there. Mims just trying to shoot his way through it.
That one pongs out. Mims had a good look at it. On the right arc, Dickerson takes Seifert out to the free throw line. Lob pass across the D. Seifert, he can hit the occasional 3. He's got Newhouse on him. Tough task. Logan with 8 to shoot, banging on Quillen. Mid post. And that's going to be a foul on Gabe Quillen. I saw that one kind of formulating, Matt, that too much chest bumping by Gabe.
Yeah, I think he knew he was kind of probably going to get beat around, so he just thought maybe use the physicality to keep him off the body. And he's going to stay in here. I thought they were going to find a sub for him. Yeah, it looks like Blauk's coming in now.
Yeah, Kyle Blauk, the freshman out of Boulder, Colorado. Zach Haas back in. Warner gets a breather for Hope. And back in the game for Adrian. For the first time is MC Williams, the senior guard out of Muskegon Reeves Puffer. Logan out, Reed Schilling in, the senior out of Flushing, Michigan. And Rex Steiner back in for Tim Kaiser's Adrian Bulldogs. 1 and 5 in their last 6. The lone win coming against Kalamazoo. Newhouse battling the senior Seifert. Kick out. 3-ball topside. Nothing but net for Reed Schilling. And you heard the swish of the net. 14-12 our score. 5-point run for Adrian, excuse me. Block, free throw line extended. Kick pass corner. Pause for 3. Offensive rebound. Newhouse scrambling. Awkward shot by Hovey. How did he come up with that basketball as he tripped over Dickerson? And we got a whistle and we've got a foul.
And Mike, I like that Tim Kaiser wants to throw that 1-3-1 trap out.
I've never seen
Coach
it
Mitchell's
this year.
squad.
Yeah.
I like it because you got to think Hope isn't that good of a 3-point shooting team. I mean, you expect that they're going to force Hope to shoot through that a little bit and
agreed.
Maybe take advantage of where they're a little bit late in places, but especially when the backup guards are in there, they kind of just look like they don't know how they want to work through that zone yet.
And we've seen that time and time again. We've had the 1-3-1 zone, and in the 3-ball at times for Hope has just not been there. As Parker Hovey at the line shooting 71% from the free throw line. Second offer by Hovey is nothing but net. 15-12 our score. Williams in the corner to Chrismon. Leading scorer Dickerson out for the moment. Schilling with Hovey on him. Adrian can take the lead with a 3-pointer, but Rex Steiner runs big and he gets his shot pushed right back, fielded by Newhouse. Weaving over topside, and now Adrian in man-to-man as Hope works the offense. Lob pass, pause, kick out inside to Howell, lays it up, hammered. Good look by Hawes, ranging baseline.
Yeah, and I like Howell's confidence, able to go up through the basket there and go a possession back, Mike. I'm thinking about what Newhouse is able to contribute here. I mean, in his sophomore campaign, I mean, he's played about 10 to 15 minutes a game off the bench. We're going to keep it right here with that break. 15-12 is the Hope lead. And Mike, with Newhouse, to me, it's really so much about like him just looking more and more comfortable as he's played a lot more minutes. But defensively, he adds so much, and you can see the imprints of that Coach Mitchell defense, the way that they're able to kind of keep everybody at bay right now.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And, you know, it's always interesting when you go from freshman to sophomore season, which guys are going to really pick things up. I know Parker Hovey, we talk about that a lot. He went from scoring 5 points to 14 a game in conference. But Simon Newhouse, I think, arguably is right up there with Parker as far as what he has done. His minutes increased off the bat. He had a lot more confidence. And we found out what a nice little mid-range jump shot Simon Newhouse had. I would love to have seen his numbers at East Grand Rapids. We can't get that information a lot. It's tough getting high school stats, as you will know. Right. But I think he had a big pedigree. He's a very productive player.
Yeah, totally. And I think when you look at this team ahead as they lose those seniors like we've talked about, I'm just most interested to see looking into next year, like who's going to carry the load offensively. You got Hovey and Werman both 11-12 a game, but without Quillen, is it going to be more Howell? Is it going to be more Newhouse? Is it going to be more Brady Miller? I mean, who's going to fill in Kyle Blouck? Who's going to be the one that ends up being the main scorer on that team next year?
And I think the dynamics would be completely different without 6'9" man in the middle game.
No kidding.
It can't help but change. By the way, update from Olivet. Early lead by the Albion Britons, number 5 seed over the number 4 seed Olivet Comets, 17-6.
Wow.
And that one about 10 minutes in.
So we'll keep up to date with that one here, Mike. But here on this court, I mean, I'm just thinking about right now, you got to be impressed. If you're an Adrian Bulldog fan out over there on the east side of Michigan right now, you got to be thinking, hey, I'm glad this game's within 4 right now after the made free throw by Howell.
Yeah, they're hanging tough. And to be honest with you, Adrian played very well against Hope here. They lost 61-53. And then Hope turned the tables with a big victory, 80-57. A couple weeks later at Adrian. As Charlie Howell, 50% free throw shooter, but he knocks down 2. Hope has got to shoot the free throws. They're only averaging 59% from the free throw line against Adrian, and a turnover by the Bulldogs.
Bad pass there by Logan to Dickerson, and Dickerson just hasn't gotten going yet here 9 minutes into the game.
He has not been able to get going against Hope all season long, just completely out of rhythm in the one game that I saw and through the first 8 minutes here. Hope shooting 60%, 1 of 4 from deep. Marcus Warman with 4 points. He's back in the game. 5 of 13 shooting for 39% for the Bulldogs. Warman has an open triple try. That one is true.
Just too much room for him. As you saw Nick Seifert trying to get around that and able to, but that's just way too much space for a guy who's shooting over 35% from 3-point range.
Feed inside, Seifert pongs one off, got behind Gabe Quillen. And Seifert, very shifty senior, keeps Adrian within 6. Zach Haas back in the game. There's a 1-3-1 trap once again. Hope has controlled the rebounding 10-3. Turnovers at 2 apiece, so it's been clean in that department. Boy, that is such a lob pass in that backcourt. Kick over to Warman. Takes a dump inside as he feeds Quillen. Lost a handle, fielded by Rechsteiner. Turnover, Hope their 3rd. With 10:44 remaining in the first. Seifert, push shot, nicely done over Quillen. He's been the most steady scorer against Hope this year for the Bulldogs.
It's that senior leadership, because that's what matters when you're in MIAA conference tournament play. I mean, that's what's going to keep them in this game, is the fact that they have 3 seniors in here and play 25+ minutes tonight.
Agreed. Boy, tough defense by Adrian. Hope looked a little out of sorts on the first part of that transaction. They're going to call the foul, I believe, on Schilling.
Adrian's really ramping up the physicality on their end of the court.
They really are. Last meeting a couple seasons ago, Hope won 82-63 right here on this court, as they were the number 3 seed against the number 6 seed Bulldogs. Same scenario this year. Hovey's skip pass hit on the end line. Great double team down low by the Bulldogs. .12 left in the first.
That momentum is shifting Adrian right now. You can feel it a little bit here.
I agree. Not a huge crowd tonight. A few Adrian folks off to our left. Dickerson with 2 points in this game, trying to make a move as he brings it over near side. Shot off the mark. Good rebound by Warman. See if Hope can get some momentum, up by 4. They led by as many as 7. Inside. Quillen. Shot is rejected, but I think that was a good call. Dickerson, too much hip, and Gabe's going to the line.
Yeah, I'd love to see that one again on replay. I mean, Dickerson looked like he got a whole lot of ball there, but Quillen, with the way his body's moving, you're going to call that 10 times out of 10.
I was actually looking at Gabe from like his number down, and you could see some contact at the waist. So Dickerson has foul number 1. Nobody in imminent foul danger at the moment. Hope just 1 foul. Adrian with 5. The Ada Michigan senior, pongs a free throw home. He's at 66% on the year. Speaking of Gabe Quillen, we had a brief chance to talk about this, Matt, before we went on the air. Gabe Quillen all time, he's in the top 10 in 5 categories in his career, and trying to move up the ladder in a couple more before the season's over.
Yeah, it's been an impressive season for him, but a really impressive career. 3-year starter here. As you talked about, if it was Hovey earlier, and we talked about Howell playing a lot as a freshman, when you take that kind of jump from freshman to sophomore year like Quillen did, he was just so, I mean, it was night and day difference. I couldn't believe how good he was when he came in as a sophomore.
Limited minutes as a freshman to all MIAA honors as a sophomore. His frame completely changed. Became a dominant force on the offense. Dickerson step back 3 ball, and that's a nice stroke by Dickerson. Just his second 3-pointer against Hope this year, and it's a 22-19 Hope lead.
It's getting a little chippy out there. I saw a little bit of contact between Seifert and Quillen off ball. Here's Hovey.
Hovey! Yahtzee! So you're saying it's a typical MIAA game. Matthew, 3 ball by Hovey gives Hope some breathing room. They're up by a half dozen. 9:04 and counting. Hope 2 of 5 from deep, shooting 64%. Adrian has 6 more field goal attempts than Hope. Step back by Dickerson. That one kicks out.
I like that settle shot there by Dickerson.
Yeah.
He had Howell beat. He was afraid to go right through Quillen. Here's Werman deep 3. A home bounce.
Membership bounce. Marcus Werman, I just noticed his non-shooting hand is completely wrapped up. This has been one banged-up team this year, Matthew.
No kidding. I mean, no wonder. I mean, proof in the record there at 14-11, Mike. A team they sound like 14-11. Coming off, I mean, huge block there by Hawes, and he's wide open down. Finally get it to him for the 3.
I think he rushed that one a little bit. He had a wide open 3. Werman litmus test, circles the drain as he comes away empty. And we have we've got an injury substitution. I don't know if that's a cramp, perhaps.
It's like that's Seth Logan coming out. It looks like something with his knee, or possibly just we hope it's just a cramp.
Exactly. Luke Rager will check in, the sophomore out of Huron, Ohio. And we'll see substitutions for the Flying Dutchman. Josh Decker back in, the senior out of Cuyahoga Falls. I was there last year, Cuyahoga Falls. Nice city.
My brother lived in Akron. This is Ohio, right?
Yes.
Yeah. My brother lived in Akron, visited the falls. It's actually quite pleasant in the fall.
It's right on the edge of a national park. It's beautiful.
Right.
Inside feed, Chrismon goes up and over Decker.
And that's neither you or I really have Ohio natives in our family.
Well, it's funny you say that. My brother lives about 20 miles from Akron, and he was in Toledo, so I got a little history. Speaking of, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We'll take a break. Matt and I will be right back. Hope up by 7, inside 8 left on the Hope Sports Network.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
The other action in town in the MIAA is the first round between the number 4 and number 5 seed, and Albion trying to be the upstart on the road. The number 5 seed Albion Britons lead the number 4 seed Olivet Commons 26-17. But a whole lot of basketball left in that one, as Olivet at the moment shooting just 6 of 15. Albion strong start, 12 of 23. That one in the first half. And here it's 28-21, matches the biggest lead of the day for Hope, but it certainly doesn't feel like it right now, man.
No, it doesn't. I mean, when it was 28-19, I was like, man, they finally extended it here to 9 points. But no, it just kind of feels like it's going back and forth. It's really the slog fest that you would expect out of both of these teams, and the physicality is really ramping up. So hopefully nothing really ramps up to be more than a flagrant or anything of that nature. But I mean, there's been a lot of physicality here on this court.
Hope has hit 3 of their last 4. Nick Seifert's been steady Eddie in this one. 3 of 4 shooting for 6 points. Braylon Dickerson with 5 points. Best start that he's had in 3 games against Hope. As the clock winding down with 7:40 left to play in the first half. Winner moves to Calvin on Friday. Decker, 3-ball, skims off offensive rebound. We talked about how many offensive boards Hope has been able to get against Adrian, 15 a game. As we see the trap once again.
They check Decker back in as Mims, almost, but Mike, they check Decker and you can see he's chomping at the bit knowing in this trap, hey, I have the green light to shoot it whenever I touch the ball.
That is a fact. The former second-team all-conference player his sophomore year with the Kalamazoo Hornets. Logan, inside, it's got to be 3 seconds or travel, and it is. Logan's a good ball player.
I think that was Josh Jordan.
Thank you, the senior out of Muskegon, Reese Puffer. My apologies, Josh Jordan. He's got his hands full with
He does. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, I don't like when they settle offensively. They have a lot tonight where they've kind of settled for Dickerson to kind of drive. There's a steal right there out in transition.
Yeah, and Hovey got caught in no man's land because he didn't get enough momentum on that pass, and that's what the trap can do.
Right, and whether it's like Dickerson kind of driving, settling for this 18-foot jump shot, or whether it's getting the ball down to Josh Jordan, I mean, he's totally outmatched by Quillen down there. I mean, you got to expect that he's going to be ready to kick things out for a 3-point try, but to settle for something down in the post with him doesn't feel like the best.
Seifert, 18-footer, knew he couldn't get around Hovey. Well, Hope needs to run the table in this tournament if they have chance at national tournament aspirations. Same for Adrian, of course. And of course, last year, Hope defeated number 6 in the nation, Calvin, in the semis, and then defeated Trine in the finals. Trine was ranked number 7 in the nation, and Hope was the last team to beat the Thunder before they went on that amazing run to win the national D3 title.
Right, like you said, with both these matchups tonight, winner of this game, hey, here's your gift. How about Trine on Friday night? And the other side of things, Albion and Olivet. You know, how about you take Calvin, who's won 17 games in a row? And both those teams are just, in my opinion, quite a bit headed above everybody else here in this conference.
It is going to take a magnificent performance on a team basis as Mims, wild shot in the paint, no go. Little stagnant the last couple minutes, 28-21 Hope. Rager down low, lobs it out to Seifert as they run the offense. Tim Kaiser, head coach in front of us, not too happy for Adrian.
For those listening at home, Seifert and Dickerson have not come out of this game, and I don't know if they end up coming out at all.
Great observation, Matt. Seifert for 3, skips off, rebound by Quillen. I'm sorry, Hovey. Hovey on the run, trying to make something happen. Fakes the pass. Oh, wow! Razzle and the dazzle, Parker Hovey. How did he sell that subtle fake, and then he took it right to the hole?
He was about to hit a sham god on his way up.
Rager with a drive. Newhouse cuts him off. Hope up by 9, their biggest lead of the night. And that one slips through the fingertips. Saved by Hope as it went sailing through Chrismon's hands.
And Hope's bench coming up to give Hovey a hand because his effort is fantastic right now, Mike.
Sure is. That kid is something else. Lost 30 pounds in the offseason. He's all MIAA honors for sure. Maybe not first team. Turnaround by Newhouse. Quillen trying to keep it alive. How about that for hustle? As Quillen reached up and he is rewarded with his efforts on an Adrian foul.
And that's just that range and that athleticism he has. I mean, it's an impressive offensive skill set. You know, at times we've been critical as we see that
Beautiful
replay there. Beautiful
Parker.
Move.
Thanks
but
to our
at times where we've been critical of Quillen, I feel like throughout this year, where, you know, if he's back to the basket, doesn't demand the basketball enough sometimes. I mean, he just has such an impressive offensive skill set when he wants to show it.
And the defense, especially as the free throws down, offensive rebounds in his career as he tried to haul an offensive board down before the free throw. 4th all-time, get this, 4th all-time in total rebounds, 4th all-time in offensive rebounds, 9th at all-time at 57% shooting, 3rd in rebounds per game at 7.6.
Wow. And Mike, don't look now, but with 5:05 and counting here in the first, Hope has their largest lead of the game with 11.
Yeah, a little 9-2 run in the last 4 minutes and 32 seconds, including 4 in a row. Rex Steiner back in. Adrian at 41%, Hope shooting 48%, even though Hope's cooled off. Step back, Seifert gets a nice bounce. That's a great, that is undefendable.
Yeah, that Dirk Nowitzki.
Yep.
It's a pretty good looking shot there.
That's the second time I've heard the Dirk Nowitzki reference in the last 2 days. I called the game last night, and that came prevalent too. Warman triple try short, chased down by Hovey, new life. 6 offensive rebounds for Hope, 0 for Adrian. No second chance opportunities. Warman to a streaking Decker, off the mark. Offensive rebound, Hovey puts it back and he muscles it home.
He is so tough, Mike.
He just hanging down in the swamp. He came up and he battered between 3 black jerseys.
It's almost like he likes the contact. He prefers it.
I wonder if he played football.
I wonder if he grew up with brothers. That's what I used to say when I would play basketball with my brothers. Say, I want the contact, invite the contact.
You know what? That may be true, but I tell you what, I know he has a sister, and she is a track and field stud, so I'm sure they've had their handfuls with each other, that's for sure.
When you got an older brother, you're playing concrete basketball in the front yard.
Yep,
you gotta expect
both of them.
Yep. There's no fouls called in those games.
Hart, Michigan product, went to high school at Shelby, just north of Muskegon. I had a chance to meet the family, the mom, the sister, and quiet group, just wonderful people. And Parker has really just exemplified what being a Hope student's all about.
And we hope to get an update too about Schoonveld. Would love to see how that ankle feels, if he's going to have an opportunity, if Hope can hang on to this one, if he's going to be available Friday against Trine.
Well, they certainly could use him, that's for sure. It's not going to get any easier for the Flying Dutchman if they advance. 34-25 as Dickerson hits 2 straight free throws. Quillen in the corner for a rare spot. That collapsible defense. Decker goes baseline wheeling. Kick out. Warman 13 to shoot. Hovey feed inside to Quillen. Double clutch. And one. Patience pays off.
And I love that offense right there. I mean, they moved the ball so quickly. They knew where everybody was. No hesitation. Love the way Decker drove. And now up 11. Hope's starting to get into what they want to do as we see the replay here on Quillen for the and one.
Yeah, they're moving the ball well. We've seen signs of stagnation during the year, and they've struggled. Not tonight. It's been crisp. Quick timeout, 36-25. We'll have an update from Albion and Olivet when we come back on the Hope Sports Network.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louis the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Well, men's basketball action. Calvin, the #1 ranked team in the tournament, awaiting the winner of number 5 Albion versus number 4 Olivet. From Olivet, it's all Albion, 36-23. As that is the first round, the winner faces Calvin. What do you got in women's action?
Yeah, so last night was those quarterfinal games for women's MIAA tournament. That was Albion defeating Alma 69-52, and their prizes to take on #1 Trine, undefeated in conference this year, and Hope will play none other than their rival for the 3rd time this year, Calvin University. So that's an exciting one. That will be 5:30 on Friday night. If you're a Hope fan, Hope Calvin, 5:30 at Trine down in Angola. Hope was able to win 2 of those this year, Mike. So this will be the 3rd one that they have, and Calvin's going to be looking for revenge, as that's really probably their only way into the postseason tournament.
Without question. It'll be a battle because, A, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, and Calvin much improved over the last couple seasons.
You know, on the women's side of things, I think both Hope and Trine are pretty much locks for getting a postseason bid, barring how the MIAA tournament plays out. But on the men's side, I would say probably Calvin and Trine are both locks as well.
Agreed.
For an at-large bid, but that's why we play the tournament.
Well, these teams need to win the tournament to get in. Adrian won their lone tournament back in 2020. That step back Nowitzki style finds no purchase. Rebound Howell. And for Howell, that's his 5th rebound as Warman works the offense. Hope up 12. They had 2 7-point leads. Adrian came back, and now Hope with a little bit of pull away in the last couple minutes. 3:06 and counting. Decker. 6 on the shot clock. Gabe, he'll try a 3-ball. First of the night. Big Karam chased down. Numbers for Adrian. Quillen, the lone man back. Skip pass inside to Schilling, and Hope is able to get back. Stolen by Howell. 2-on-1 break. Marcus inside to Charlie Howell. Hammer time, and Charlie is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Love the way he ran the floor there with Worman. Really good pass to him out in transition. I mean, I think that's what Mitchell loves about him, is how mobile. He's almost positionless. I mean, at times he'll be guarding a 5. At times he'll be guarding a 3.
Yeah, that's a great point. And he's
been guarding Dickerson for most of today. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're absolutely right. We've had Hovey on Seifert. We've had Charlie Howell on Dickerson, and that's normally a job for Eli Schoonveld. But Charlie Howell, the freshman, up to the task, doing a great job. First one off the mark, second one for Howell. Good game for him. 3 points, 5 rebounds in 10 minutes.
It just makes me think about the way that the game's changing too. I was having so many conversations with people about, Michigan's Danny Wolf, is he positionless? I mean, the game is changing so much where you don't always have these stand-up, sit-down 5s.
No.
You love to have a mobile guy that can guard 3 through 5.
And it really started with, I think the Europeans brought in, especially for the big man play, a whole different perspective. Corner pocket broken up nicely as Logan tried to go for the steal. That was a big basket by Dickerson on the other end. Really stopped the hemorrhaging by Adrian. Hope just 1 for their last 7 3-pointers. They can't get too trigger happy with the 3. Inside to Hovey. Kick out. Howell will try a 3, top of the key. Short. And Worman tried to save it. And there we go. They just can't get 3-point happy. When they get close to 30 a game attempts, it's not good.
You're exactly right. I mean, it's just not been their identity consistently. It's just been more of this kind of drive and kick style offense. I mean, except for really the Trine game where everything seemed to be falling their way. It's just felt like so much has kind of come down to them being able to drive to the basket and get easier buckets.
Dickerson hammered. Adrian might have a beef on the colors. Worman goes up for the finger roll, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay. And finally, to your point on the 3-pointers, we talked about Hope shooting 50% the last 6 games. 3-pointer really hasn't been there for them, 34%. So they have not relied on it. We've seen success in the tournament last year when they didn't rely on the 3-point.
It looks like Dickerson might have to come out of the game. He's talking to Coach Tim Kaiser right now. He's in there right now, but he's been nursing something with his knee on that one where he got hit pretty hard back there.
That'd be a tough break. 1:49 left. Quick timeout. We'll be right back. Closing minutes of the first half. Hope by 11. First round action in the MIAA tournament on the Hope Sports Network.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Well, with Matt Wayner, I'm Mike Coleman. The sad part, Matthew, is this is our last broadcast of the season because we will not travel if Hope should make it to the next round at Calvin. But I'll tell you what, you can check the YouTube stream on the Calvin website on the men's basketball page, or you can take a quick drive if you live local at Van Ord Arena for a weekend of basketball. But this is our last rodeo ride, my friend.
So I guess if I don't see you for 8 months, I got to go into hibernation, get real jacked, come back with 20 pounds of muscle, and then you'll say, "Whoa, who's this guy?"
Yeah, I'll be running by then. Yeah. Full disclosure: 2 brand new digits between my hip and my ankle, 2 new knees. So recovering, but Matt looks at me like I have lobsters coming out here. What do you mean you got your knees replaced? You still? What are you? Are you 23, 24?
Oh no. Let's let the people believe it.
All right. 38-27. Hope in control. Zach Hawes back in the game. Over to Schilling. He had a nice 3-ball, his first shot. Dickerson weaving in traffic like Frogger. Out to Schilling for 3. Side iron. Rebound by Hovey. Big time rebound. Always trying to press the pace. And for Hovey, his 6th rebound to go along with 10 points. Hubby with Logan on him. Turn around Quillen. Hammer down low. That is a mismatch you'll love all night long with Rechsteiner on the big man Quillen.
Yeah, and really smart of Hovey there. I thought he was going to do the dribble handoff to Hawes there for a 3, but he's able to get it nice and down low to Quillen, who's able to get something pretty easy for Hope.
10 of 13 from the free throw line. One thing I've noticed throughout the whole series between Adrian this year, Adrian a lot more fouls this year than Hope in the meetings, as the first one dances off. Quillen 5 or 6 from 3, 3 rebounds, 9 points. Good balance, Matt. Marcus Warman and Parker with 10 each. 9 for Quillen, 3 for Decker, 3 for Howell, 2 for Newhouse. Dickerson with 9 points and Seifert with 8 for Adrian. A very quiet crowd at the moment as Quillen splits a pair. Hope has really cooled off in this second half of the first half. They were shooting 60%, now back more to a mortal 43%, but Adrian at 41.
Right, I mean, they're kind of mirrors right now when it comes to shooting percentage. Both those teams hovering around 40 to 43, and both of them about 27% from three-point range. So, I mean, it's, if anything, it's really just been Hope's taking advantage of more possessions, I feel like. And they've just played so well defensively, but they're both shooting it similar, and Hope's just gotten a few more shots off.
Dickerson, blocked by Hubby. And to your point, Matt, look, Hope has the advantage down low. If they can feed it down low, they only have 10 points in the paint to Adrian 6. You gotta take advantage of that mismatch. I think we'll see a lot less three-point attempts in the second half as Greg Mitchell pointing his team to go, let's go. Hubby looking to go over the defense. Hawes tries a 3-ball. Good look short. And a foul on the reach-in, trying to keep it alive. That's going to go on a Hope College player.
And that could have been huge for Hope. Go up 15 here.
Yeah,
would have been a huge lead for halftime. It's just starting to count the possessions down.
37.3 seconds remaining. Foul on Justice Mims. So you're looking at a foul situation. Nobody with more than 1 foul for Hope. 2 fouls for Josh Jordan and 2 for MC Williams. As Hope employs the full court press with 35 seconds left, 27 on the shot clock. See if Hope can get a stop and a shoot. It's a big stop right now, Matt. Chrismon sells the fake, step back 3-ball, skims off. Newhouse kicks it over to Hawes, 19-second left. And Hope content to work the last shot.
Great stop there by Hope, and we'll see if they can get up. I mean, with a 12-point lead, you got to be feeling pretty good if you're a Dutch fan.
Agreed. 6 seconds. 5. Newhouse left elbow. Feed over to Mims. He's going to have to hurry. 2 Bulldogs in his face. Nothing but net for Jam.
Wow, I was just getting ready to talk about how poor of a possession that was, but hey, 3-pointer down. There's that 15-point lead. The largest of the half comes at the end there as we see the replay. Nothing but net for Justice Mims.
He had 4 hands in his grill and 2 black jerseys and nothing but the big rainmaker for Justice Mims' first basket of the game, and that extends the lead to 15. If that doesn't give you a jolt, nothing will.
No, absolutely. And Mike, I mean, for this Hope team up 15, I mean, they feel really well in control of this game, and Adrian really just haven't played that bad. They just haven't really gotten a ton going on offense. I mean, Dickerson and Seifert kind of just been hovering around what they, you know, Seifert's got 10 here, Seifert just with 5, but they just kind of haven't gotten going in the way that you would expect.
No, and when you've only got 3 other players that have contributed in the points department, that has not helped. Looking at quick numbers, Hope with 26 rebounds to Adrian's 9, and Hope has shut out Adrian 8-0 in offensive rebounds. Hope shooting 43%, 5 of 16 from 3. Adrian 38%, just 3 of 12. So the 3-ball has not been a factor for both teams. I'll give you the last word before we take a break and come back in a bit, Matthew.
Let's take that break with Hope College up 15 points here at half, Mike. We'll be back to talk things over right before the break here live on the Hope Sports Network.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
My name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget, Louie the Lightkeeper, to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
College is where academic greatness and a vibrant Christian tradition give students a foundation to pursue their passions and chase their life's calling. Hope ranks near the top nationally for undergraduate research, innovation, and value. Hope College is preparing students for a life of leadership and service. Learn more at hope.edu.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
Cancer, we're coming for you. Parkinson's, your days are numbered. Alzheimer's, we're zeroed in on you too. Because at Van Andel Institute, the world's best minds are working relentlessly to eradicate these diseases forever. By advancing the boldest innovations, achieving breakthroughs, and transforming lives. Because the most powerful way to fight diseases, never stop fighting. Van Andel Institute, Innovation Unleashed.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
My name's name's Emma Duttmers, and I'm a communications major, and then I'm minoring in environmental studies. I play soccer. The first soccer game of my junior year, I tore my ACL. Our athletic trainer, Annie, was there for me right when it happened, and she was there for me literally every step of the way. That was definitely a huge growing opportunity for me, and it was really hard, but it really pushed me to be a leader with more of my voice because I couldn't lead by example on the field. It definitely made me take a step back and realize how much there's to be grateful for.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to share hope stories of transformational impact.
At Van Andel Institute, we're in a race, a relentless competition to get ahead of the diseases that affect our world. Cancer, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. We are at the forefront of research and discovery. Our global collaborations are a catalyst for big breakthroughs so that we can make the greatest impact on the health of current and future generations. Because in the race to prevent and cure some of the most insidious diseases, victory is the only option. Van Andel Institute, Innovation Unleashed.
If I do it, then I'm doing it to death. Oh yeah, I'm influencing the ones that do it best. Oh yeah, started moving with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We trying to do what they said that we couldn't do. Oh yeah, I ain't living with regrets. Ain't no limits, ain't no rest. They want money, power, respect. I want more, I wanna be blessed. Yes. We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the blessing. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. So I do it for the glory, ay, the glory, ay, the glory, ay, you know rushing. Look at the numbers, I've been hustling. Little rough around the edges, still I made it though. Still I just been laying low. Man, I just feel grateful though. I know where I come from, man, I ain't alone. Yeah, and I feel so blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. And I'm with the day unos. They don't ride to the death. We got the legacy. We got the hope when we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the glory. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. The glory. The glory. You know I do it for the glory. The glory. When I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory.
Hope you grabbed some popcorn and enjoyed that break, Mike, because we got 42-27 as we start the second half here at DeVos Fieldhouse. That's a Hope College lead, and the winner gets none other than Trine University, the returning national champion Trine University. What a fantastic season they've had. They've earned the #2 seed in the MIAA tournament. On the other side of things, do we have a score update for that Olivet Albion game as we get that for you? The winner of that game, Mike, will take on Calvin. We've talked about that. And in those semifinal matchups, that's going to be a 5:30 matchup between #2 and #3. Whoever wins this game, that will take on Trine. And then 7:30 p.m. would be Calvin taking on the winner of Olivet and Albion.
And speaking of, thank you, Matt, 42-34 Albion, who's led the whole game, up on Olivet in Olivet tonight. 16:33 left, so we'll keep you abreast of that as things go on. But right now, I remember at the 3:03 mark, you and I were talking about Hope needing a really strong finish to close out the first half. How about this for being strong enough? Adrian scoreless in the final 2 minutes and 42 seconds, and Hope finishes the first half with a 10-2 run to have their biggest lead of the game at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been all Hope kind of there in those last 10 minutes. And like we talked about, I mean, Dickerson's been a little bit absent. You'd hope that they can get him going. But in those first 2 games against Hope, I mean, he really struggled as well. They've guarded him really well. It's kind of hard for him to do what he wants to do to get to the basket really well against somebody like Hovey or Howell.
Agreed. If you can keep Dickerson and or Seifert down, I just don't think Adrian has enough offensive firepower to overcome that. They need the 1-2 cylinder of Seifert and Dickerson. Now they have combined for 17 points, but it's been insignificant in the sense that Adrian can't get any traction at all. And Hope's been led by 3 players with 10 points. Parker Hovey, Gabe Quinlan, Marcus Warman, all with 10 to lead the Flying Dutchman.
And how about here in conference play, that being your 3 kind of leading scorers throughout the entire of the year are the ones that are leading the way here. So like to see things are starting to click here for this Hope team as they're trying to make their way into the semifinals, the MIAA tournament.
Agreed. Charlie Howell, one of the starters, inbounds. He has 6 rebounds in this game to go along with 3 points. Is Warman with that heavily taped left hand. Hovey trying to take matters into his own hands. Up and over Dickerson. Statement layup for the second half.
That's wonderful there by Hovey. And Howell, we talked about the freshman from Cadillac. I mean, that was a surprise. Not on my bingo card that I think halfway through the season was he going to be starting. Oh, and they're going to get Hovey on the block.
Boy, I think Hovey had to order a Bosco bread from the concession stand. He was hanging out. That's such a tough call. Well, I think he was hard. In the semicircle down low. There's a half circle 3 feet around the basket that even if you're standing there for 10 seconds, if you get charged on, they're going to call it on the defenseman as Rex Steiner knocks down the free throw. His first point of the game. Just 7 bench points for Adrian. They're not known for a lot of bench production. 38% shooting in this game. So the answer by Adrian, back to a 15-point lead. A lot of basketball just underway with Matt Wayner on Mike Coleman in our season finale. For us, hopefully Hope can win in advance. Play the weekend in Calvin. If they should finish the Calvin weekend undefeated, they go to the national tournament for the 7th time under Greg Mitchell. Boy, Quillen hammered down low with the 1-2 punch. I think that was Seifert and Jordan, and Jordan gave out a whoop.
Yeah, I mean,
surprise whoop.
I think if you're Adrian, you're just thinking, any way I can keep him at bay, not give him an easy layup, we're going to live with that.
Quillen whips it out over to Warman in the corner to Howell. Quillen fronted by Jordan. Howell goes up. Oh, he missed it. Went up. Dickerson influenced that shot. Good physical effort by Charlie Howell. Pass down low, intercepted. Hovey, steal, trying to get a handle.
Yeah, Rechsteiner tried to go behind the back there, get a little bit fancy, right into the hands of Hovey. Gets it right back.
Yeah, Hovey tried to feed Howell, intercepted. Good play by Rechsteiner, who's come up with a spirited second half. Trailing on the wing. Spin move on Howell. Trying to lead off Rechsteiner. He's got a safety build. He's a strong kid. 3-ball on the way. Short, I think Hovey got a piece of that. Baseball pass down to Parker, and he let him too much as Hovey goes down hard and Logan goes down hard. My goodness.
And that's Coach Mitchell turning to Hawes saying, hey, slow things down.
Yeah.
We're 15 here in a game. It doesn't matter if we want to set up a good possession. Things are going well in the half-court offense. We don't need that transition bucket.
I understand the anticipation. He saw a wide-open Hovey, but he must have had some baseball in high school. Seifert trying to move on Hovey. Double clutch, triple clutch, high off the window. No, good D by Parker. And he gets rewarded with his 7th rebound. 4 blocks by Hovey tonight. That's a personal record. Part of 7 blocks altogether, Matt, in this one for Hope.
Yeah, pretty impressive there defensively. It's felt like anytime Adrian's been driving, they just have not gotten anything going. Nice pass by Hovey.
Down to Haas. Stop, pop. Warman, right elbow. Bingo. Nice ball rotation. Beautiful vision by Hovey. Kick pass by Haas to Warman.
They're just these minute stretches for Warman throughout the year.
Boy, I looked away briefly, Matt, and there was a blocking foul. Is that on Parker?
Yeah, that's why I paused, because I thought a fight was breaking out between Hovey and Seifert. Seifert just kind of ran right through him, and they got Hovey on the block.
You know, Parker just wanted to talk to the referee. Gabe was pushing him away, and Parker said, look, he said, I just want to talk to the referee, and I think they're going to
I thought something more sinister was brewing down there.
Yeah, Parker not too happy. I agree, Matt. I think they're just going to give him a breather to collect himself as Newhouse checks in. Parker never gets animated at all.
No, and as tough as he plays and how mad he'll make other teammates or other teams,
yeah,
he's always been able to keep his cool. Here's Rechsteiner.
Short, good box out by Quillen. Hope has owned the boards. No offensive rebounds by Adrian in this game.
Really impressive.
In fact, they've only averaged 8 against Hope in the first 2 games. Warman, razzle-dazzle down low, missed it short. Cleared by Dickerson. Adrian just trying to get a run in. They don't have to get it all back at once with 17 left, but they need some sort of life. Haven't hit a field goal so far in this second half. 0 for 4 as Dickerson off target.
They just look totally tired. Yeah, Adrian just has not had any life in these first 4 minutes of this half.
Not much off the bench either. Howell over to Newhouse. Good minutes in the first half by the sophomore as Quillen makes a move down low. We got a reach-in foul. See what they call that on. Oh, that's going to go against Seth Logan, junior out of Fenton High School for Adrian. Well, the foul starting to add up. Josh Jordan with 3 fouls, Matt. Didn't realize that. Williams with 2, Schilling with 2, and now Logan with 2. As Howell comes out to reach it in the backcourt, trying to find Quillen down low. He's got to get out of the lane. Haas cut off. Kick out inside. Quillen just saved an errant pass, and the pong's off. Tough break. Seifert, crossover. Warman going for the reach-in. ISO. Oh, they're going to call it on Newhouse.
That's the 3rd one in the second half here where it felt like
Well, Seifert's got such a strong front arm push-off.
I mean, I know refs, too, are trained. If you get that elbow extended, that they're going to call that offensively every time. I mean, that's the way it's trained. But for him, he's able to get that body call.
Yeah, he's always been that type of physical kid. Jordan playing with 3 fouls, feet inside, nice basket. Good look, Rager with his first basket. Luke Rager.
It just feels like Adrian's hanging around. I mean, Hope has a chance here in the next couple minutes to break this wide open to a 20-point lead. Adrian just doing everything they can to stay in it.
Agreed. They haven't done well offensively, but Hope only 4 points in 4 minutes in the second half. And they cough it up. Turnover number 8 for Hope. Rechsteiner with a wild one as he scooped it under Mims, and he's going to the line. Adrian coming out with a little bit of energy. Let's take a timeout. A lot of basketball left. Hope trying to find some rhythm in the second half. Up by 15, but like we said, a lot of time left on the Hope Sports Network.
Hope College is where academic greatness and a vibrant Christian tradition give students a foundation to pursue their passions and chase their life's calling. Hope ranks near the top nationally for undergraduate research, innovation, and value. Hope College is preparing students for a life of leadership and service. Learn more at hope.edu.
Well, the winner of this one gets the advantageous position of playing Trine University. The Thunder await in a 5:30 p.m. contest at Calvin University, who is hosted because Calvin, the number 1 seed, Trine, the number 2 seed. Hope has split with Trine this year. Got blown out at Trine and then defeated Trine here, but Trine was out their leading scorer, Drew Moore, out with a high ankle sprain. So I don't know, but you pick your poison, but we had the same scenario last year. Hope had to win 3 games in 3 days over 2 ranked opponents. And Calvin was number 6 in the nation. We took care of them in the semis, and then Trine, the number 7 seed at Trine, which was one of the most amazing games I've ever seen as a broadcaster.
Right.
To go to the national scene.
Yeah, I mean, and especially Mike, I mean, as much as it's so much fun, it would have been so much fun to host here, be able to call those games this weekend. I look forward to going to Van Ord Arena. It's a fun arena, especially for the tournament games, and just anything can happen, especially when we find out who that Final Four is. I mean, playing up against Hope against Trine, if that's how things shape up here at the end of tonight, I mean, Trine in that game that Hope was able to win was 17-point victory. They pulled away there in the second half, like you said. If they have Drew Moore in that game, I think Menanglo was in foul trouble for most of the second half. Just felt like Trine was just kind of grasping at straws. Very physical game. Trine just didn't have enough offense in that one.
Yeah, Nate Tucker, the second leading scorer for Trine, got his, but really didn't get much help. And when you can neutralize a guy like Menanglo, as Howell trapped in the backcourt, Hope's got to hurry. Warman's got to get over the timeline, and he does. Decker lines up a triple try as chasing down the misses. Warman, new life for the Dutchman, their 9th offensive board, up by 14. Newhouse trying to sell the fake in the paint, kick out. Howell tries a triple, short, and Hope 0 for 2 in the second half from 3-point range. 5 of 16 in this game. 5 of 18, excuse me. 3 ball. Boy, Rechsteiner's been aggressive in the second half, Matt.
Yeah, he has, and he's played a lot of minutes, especially here, and it seems like he's the one with the basketball time and time again. And
yeah, especially in the second frame.
But I mean, Adrian, like I said, scoring just 5 points so far in the second half. Hope not much better.
No, just 4. Quillen goes up. Well, good. You pound it down low. You got Rechsteiner and MC Williams giving away about 6 inches apiece, and you send your big to the line.
I wonder what Coach Kaiser's thinking right now. I mean, this is the smallest lineup you could really think of if you're Adrian. You got 4 ball-heavy guards out there.
Well, I think his hand was forced because Josh Jordan has 3 fouls, but still, this is a very tiny lineup. I think Dickerson's the tallest player on the Adrian floor right now at 6'5".
And if I were a betting man, Dickerson and Seifer are not coming out of this game.
No. They played all but 1 minute of this game. Howell out, Hovey back in after a talking off the ledge moment. He took a hard charge, and a wise move by Mitchell to get the sophomore out. Quillen knocks down the first free throw, 6 of 7 from the line tonight. He's got 10 points, excuse me, 11, make it 12. And extends the lead to the biggest of the night, 48-32. Still not out of the woods. Hope needs a statement run. Rager lost it. He's going to factor in the future for the Bulldogs. They start 3 seniors, but a relatively young squad. They're only going to lose 4 seniors. Everybody else is going to be back. Newhouse over the timeline into the forecourt.
Near Adrian setting up, and looks like they're going to scale it back here. They're going to go back to that man-to-man. They're doing a full court man-to-man press, it looked like.
Are you surprised they got away from that press, Matt?
I thought it was effective, but especially with Hope was only shooting 28% from 3. And they were comfortable with it too. I mean, they, like you said, Hope would have been happy to be 3 happy and shoot 30 of them today.
Well, we got a foul. That's on Quillen. Trying to chase down a loose basketball as he is racing Dickerson. Well, Dickerson seems none the worse. Looks like he was favoring a knee earlier in the first half, but staying in the ball game, he has only sat out 1 minute as he receives the pill from Hovey. Dickerson, double clutch up and in. He got Hovey off the dribble. Nice play by the sophomore out of Ann Arbor.
See the flashes of something pretty special there offensively. Really good ball handler too.
Turnover. MC Williams trying to lean into Hovey. Now see that play? He dribbled right into Hovey.
Inviting that contact, looking for that foul. Here they are, still hanging around in this game.
3rd on Hovey. That is a fact, Matt. MC Williams out of Muskegon. Reese Puffer, former high school teammate of Josh Jordan. Not a great free throw shooter is Williams. 5 of 11, but he rattles one home with 13:31 to play. 50-50 at Olivet. Albion.
Wow.
And now Olivet has taken the lead 52-50. Is now Olivet shooting 54%. They were shooting 40% in the first half. They might not have missed a shot in the second half.
Yeah, what a comeback. I mean, it was 17-6 when you were showing us the beginning. Albion was even, I think, up 12 at half.
Agreed.
And getting through that press, here comes Hope.
Adrian trying to put the squeeze on defensively. Tim Kaiser clapping his hands, trying to get his team back in. 12-point lead, what was 16. Newhouse gets it poked away. Quillen saves. Decker, 3-ball on the way!
That is a dagger. That is a
jumper.
Dagger. I mean, you could feel Adrian taking this game. They were getting ready to make this a 10-point ball game. What a massive 3
and
by
your
Decker.
Point, thank you. Yes, man, sorry to interrupt, but Kendall Crispon walking off the court for Adrian, just shaking his head. He knows what a big basket that was.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at Decker missing that shot, going to the other end, you get a 2 or a 3. You make this a single-digit basketball game, totally different feel with 13-11 to go. And now Hope has a chance. I mean, we're just waiting for one of these teams, either Hope to break it open or Adrian to make this a real basketball game.
Well, they've got a lot of history. They've played 3 times in the first round in the last 6 years, and each and every time Hope was the number 3 seed and Adrian was the number 6 seed. And in case you just joined the broadcast, Hope 19-2 overall in the first round. They lost to Calvin in 2019 in a season that Hope would pretty much soon forget. And then in 2020, Adrian defeated Hope in the first round on their way to their one and only MIAA tournament title.
Man, Adrian now 3 of 16 from 3, just 18%. I mean, that's going to give me flashbacks. I watched a Michigan-Nebraska game on Monday. How about Michigan, first time in 30 years, won a Big Ten game under 50 points scored? How about that?
Is that a fact? I was listening to that game. It was like 38-32, and I thought he said it was second half.
I think Michigan hasn't won a basketball game scoring less than 50 points, they said, since like 1990.
Has anyone?
Yeah, no kidding. Unless it's like Big Ten basketball 2002.
Right.
Maryland and Indiana.
3 yards and a cloud of a dunk. Yeah, there was no 3-point. Although I think there's more points scored back in the day than 3-point shooting now, because the percentage in 2-point shooting is much better. Rager, 3-ball. Count it. Nice stroke by the sophomore. Full court press, back to a 12-point lead as Marcus Warman trying to calm things down. He's got 12 points, 3 assists. As Hope working the offense. Quillen comes out deep free throw line with Seifert all over him. Oh, good move by Warman, cut off by Dickerson. Hovey trying to make a statement. Goes baseline, nowhere to go. Wraparound pass inside to Newhouse. Leaner off the window, and the sophomore connects.
Way to answer there by Newhouse. I got to tip my cap to Rager. Had great D on Hovey. I thought Hovey was going to go right up and through him with the size advantage. Rager forced him baseline, and then I thought Hovey was going to throw it away, and Newhouse finished.
I agree. Just enough body to take him off that drive as Dickerson. Boy, Dickerson, I think he aggravated that right knee again. He's trying to stay in there. Boy, that is the worst feeling in the world with a knee issue, trying to work on Quillen. Inside feed to Newhouse, easy basket. Quillen found him on the backside.
And Mike, this is kind of the point in the game when you can feel, yeah, I see Dickerson is kind of limping a little funny over there past the half-court line. This is the point in the game, Mike, where you can feel the seniors start to say, I feel the end of my season. And man, Dickerson will not go out quiet.
Bad leg and everything. He was able to convert on the reverse layup. That is a gamer. Matt, you want to beat a team with their best. And you certainly don't want Dickerson out of this game, as he's going to stay in. He's played all but 1 minute. And nobody's coming in at the moment. Hope up by 14. Shovel pass in the corner. Warman, big time. 3 for 4 from deep for Marcus this year, and a timeout on Adrian's side.
And him with 15 now, Mike. I mean, when you're talking about a Hope team that's trying to close out this game, they are going to need him desperately if they're going to make a run here.
Agreed. Warman's enjoyed 16 points per game against Adrian this year in 2 games. Timeout on the court. Let's take a 30. We'll send it back to our other broadcast studio.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Welcome back with Matt Wainer. I am Mike Coleman in our season finale, but certainly rooting for Hope to move on to play Friday night against Trine. So far, so good. Up 58-41. This is the largest lead for Hope in this game. Braylon Dickerson is going to check back in. Unbelievable. He's been hobbling on a bad left knee the whole second half.
And you can see him right in front of us telling Coach Kaiser, he's like, just, you can't take me out here. I'm going to finish this one. He's got 13. It's felt like every bit of 25 points at the end of the day.
It has. Hope shooting 55% in the second half, 6 of 11, just 4 of 10 for Adrian. The Seifert stymied mid-post, kick out topside, the 3-ball no good. As Chrismon with a nice offensive rebound, the first of the night for Adrian. Tip away, and he missed it. Another offensive board off the mark. And MC Williams comes away with a third offensive rebound. Marcus Warman on the break. And a conversion. Wow, he stole it like a cat burglar.
He is so fast, Mike. It was a great play by Marcus. And after those 3 offensive boards, Mike, you were just talking about how they didn't even have an offensive board in the first half.
No, sir, they did not. Is that one off the mark by Chrismon? I love how Warman had timed that steal in stride, and he was off. He was just off to the races. Warman with 17 points in this game, 7 of 12 shooting. Feed inside to Quillen. That's tipped away. Oh, we're going to have a foul call on Seifert down low. Probably his weakest contact, and they call him with a personal.
Did you see that steal there by Warman? He's just out. No shot there. Because that's Logan trying to catch up to him. And
not going to do it.
No, not going to do it.
Logan checks out. See who's back in now. That's Mr. Dickerson. Decker wanted the 3, but he bobbled it. Feeds it inside to Gabe, low post. 3 black jerseys hovering around. Kick pass on the corner. Newhouse thought about the 3 with 11 to shoot. Now Warman will have to work the offense.
I love when Decker's off ball. He always has his hands up. He always is ready for the kick. And he's got a good quick release.
Good feed. Quillen was wide open at the elbow. He said, let's take it to the rack. Why not? A rare 5-foot push shot by Quillen. And he gets fouled. He's going to the line. Trying to make it a 3-point play. Give Quillen 14 to go along with 6 boards. As Dickerson out. MC Williams out. No, Dickerson's still back in. Check that. Looking at the numbers, Warman was 17, Hovey and Quillen with 12, Decker and Newhouse with 6 off the bench. And for Adrian, Seifert 8 points. I don't think he's got a point in the second half.
I think after that Quillen free throw, he's got 15 because he got that old-fashioned 3-point play.
Correct.
We'll see.
He does. Yes, Seifert with no points in the second half. The second leading scorer for Adrian at 8 in the first. And Hope starting to slowly pull away as the step back mid-range is knocked down by Dickerson.
Dickerson just won't be denied right now.
Nope, he's got 15. He only averaged 6.5 on 4 of 24 shooting through the first 2 games against Hope. But he's single-handedly trying to keep his team in. As Hope has the basketball with a 20-point margin. Newhouse triple teamed. Quillen sells the 3 like a used car dealer, heads to the rack, and Quillen is making a living at the line. He's 9 for 10. He's going to get 2 more cracks at it.
What does give me optimism about this Hope team now up 20 is when you're thinking about playing Trine in that semi. I know you can't think ahead. I know we're going to leave that to Coach Mitchell not to worry about thinking ahead. You and I can do that.
Leave him the strategery.
Right, but when you got Quillen, Werman, Hovey, your 3 best players, all in double digits, all really comfortable in this game scoring, you got to think that's going to be a big recipe for being able to not only stay with, but be able to defeat a team like Trine.
And they're going to need all 3 of them. They've got, Warman's got to come up big. Quillen at times against Trine. The defense always, I really like what Trine does defensive against Hope.
Right.
They always have a good scheme. Hovey can be an X factor. You get some bench production. As Quillen splits the pair, he's 11 of 13 from the line. 10 for 12 from the line tonight. Seifert's first basket try in the second half comes up empty.
And how about, Mike, for both men's and women's basketball? I don't know the last time. I'd have to look it up in the record books, but both Trine on the women's side undefeated in conference play. Calvin on the men's side undefeated in conference play. When's the last time you see 2 undefeated teams win their conference?
That's a great point. I know Calvin, it's been a hot minute. I think Calvin, the last time they ran the table in the MIAA is the last time they won the national tournament, 2000 or 2002. Inside, what a feed to Howell. He misses it, but what a look. Howell saves it. Fresh 20 for Hope. And now Warman will back it out. Good play by the junior. Boy, that was a beautiful laser beam down low to Howell. Warman hammered in the backcourt, and that's going to be the day, I think, for Josh Jordan, if they call it on 32, and they do. For Jordan, takes away big to work on Quillen. Tough break.
Coach Tim Kaiser having a moment there with him, the senior, of course, congratulating him on his season and fantastic career he's been. We see the Adrian Bulldog fans over here to our left giving him a standing ovation as well.
You betcha. Kyle Block's going to check in. Freshman for Hope out of Boulder, Colorado. Josh Recksteiner will check in out of Grand Blanc High School. Rager is out. Gabe Quillen checks out. 29 minutes. You know one thing about Gabe Quillen, for a big, he plays a lot of minutes for a 6'9" center. Give Warman 19.
Especially with like how hard it is on him sometimes banging down low. I mean, he gets pushed off the block so hard. And just other teams are always throwing their second 5 at him and fouling him as well.
Boy, Hawes goes down hard, tries to get up quickly. Seifert tries to release for 3, misses off block on the weak side try. It'll stay with Adrian. 7:53 remaining. Time a factor, but Hope in control by 23. Timeout. Let's take one. Hope up big on the Hope Sports Network.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is Hope.
66-43, Hope in control, and Matt Wayner. Greg Mitchell, for the most part, has kept it a pretty tight lineup, just using 4 off the bench, but I think Brady Miller, the freshman out of Forest Hill Central, going to get some action.
Yeah, and Brady really hasn't played a ton in the last 6 to 7 games, but early in the season with Marcus Werman nursing an injury, we did see him a lot more, and he's somebody, Mike, who he's kind of the future guard for this Hope team. Whether it's him or Jared Rigg, one of those 2 freshmen are going to play a lot of minutes next year, maybe both of them.
Agreed.
Alongside Werman, the junior, in his senior campaign. So expect to see more of Brady Miller. So take a glance here at number 0 right now, the freshman guard from Forest Hills.
And when talking to his high school coach, and he said Brady probably had the best ball skills of any guard that he's coached. Dickerson playing with a kind of a compromised left knee as a step back 3 ball on the way. Hits the top of the backboard, tough break. There's a slap of the hands by Dickerson, who's having his best game against Hope this year with 15 on 6 of 13 shooting. Here's Miller on the full court pressure.
Wow, Mike, update from Olivet. They have pulled away in this game. 68-56, Olivet leads with 3 to play.
I think what's the score on that, Matthew, once again, please?
68-56 with 3 to play.
I think Albion was up 36-23 in that game. So if you're telling me that, it's been a 45-20 run by Olivet.
Wow.
Olivet favored as the number 4 seed. Dickerson, baseline 10-foot no. Offensive rebound, Chrismon. Working on Hovey. Good hook shot with the right hand.
And quick glance in the stat sheet. It's none other than the guard Nathan Richardson with 29 points for Olivet.
He's a dandy. Inside to Haas, misses the puppy. Put back by Kyle Block, Johnny on the spot. Well, they've got Connor Skipper, a local product here from Zeeland. Dickerson.
No, Nathan Richardson and Porter Kretschmann.
Yes. Kretschmann.
Those 3 are kind of that future, 2 sophomores and a freshman, kind of that future mixture of Olivet guards and, of course, Skipper, the 6'10" big. That's the future of Olivet basketball.
Agreed, and they went through a murderous non-conference schedule, so they're going to be tough and ready over the next couple of years. As Block tried to save it as it goes out of bounds on the Mims push shot. I'll get it right. 68-47.
Anything can happen here in late February, early March, where you see an Olivet team gets hot. Richardson, Kretschmann, and Skipper. I don't know if Calvin's real excited about seeing those 3.
I don't know if I would be. Oh, I've got an update from Alan Babbitt, Sports Information Director, the best in the business. Last time men's and women's basketball went unbeaten in the regular season, 1999 and 2000, both Calvin teams went undefeated. Wow. And Alan, if you're listening, and maybe you are, was that the last time that Calvin won the national title? There's a handsome reward in it for you. Parker Hovey's day looks to be done as Ethan Crabtree enters the game. Zach Haas out. 3rd start of Zach Haas' career. Pass inside, Brady Miller with a swipe. goes up on Schilling. Schilling tried to steal it away. It'll stay with Hope off to our right.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see the progression that Miller makes. I mean, he does, like you said, it's that offensive skill set, but it's really his ball handling.
Yeah.
He's smart. He's able to see where other people are. He can score. He's just got to get stronger.
He will, as a freshman, kind of lanky. He had a 5 3-point game against Wittenberg as Rechsteiner is rejected by Sam Carlson. Sammy ups. Check that one, Mackenzie McMahon. Tag it. Whistle in the backcourt. Alan Babbitt, always rising the occasion. Sports Information Director. Calvin men were national champions that season. Thank you, Alan.
The golden age. Hope and Calvin basketball.
So Mackenzie McMahon, the sports information coordinator that works with Alan Babbitt, was standing next to me today, and Alan walked in. And he goes, "Hello, Michael." and Mackenzie goes, "Michael." I said, and I've known Alan since I started 11 years ago. And I said, "Yeah, Alan and I are on first name basis." Checking out is Kendall Chrisman, the senior out of Niles. As a free throw dances off. Hope in control. Had some early leads in the first half. Adrian fought back to make it a game, but then too much defense for Hope, and not great shooting by Adrian. Shooting at just a 35% clip as Dickerson in traffic, and he'll earn a trip to the free throw line.
Dickerson
wow,
at this point, man, Mike, he's just doing anything he can to stay in this. You can see him nursing that knee, just refusing to come out.
He's definitely going to win the Perseverance Award, as Hope's going to make a sub with Brett Boltzma, the sophomore out of Wayland High School. Dickerson free throw, gets it short. And, you know, most of the starters have been out really the last 7 minutes, Matt. A chance for them to get a little extra rest. Justice Mims' day is done. Gets a nice round of applause. Mims checks out with that 1-3 ball, but to end the half in the first half sure was a dandy. Second one is up and in for Dickerson. Give him 16. As Adrian's only averaged 55 points against Hope this year, and they've got 48 with 5:13 left. As Adrian will clear the house and get some guys off the bench. Crabtree trying to feed block down low. Opposite pass to Carlson. Maybe looking for a potential alley-oop. As Miller looking for some purchase. Boltzma sells a fake. Rifle pass. Miller. Trifecta. No. Block up big. Muscles it back up. No. That's what he's going to bring to the table next year.
That's right. You can see that. I mean, with his frame, especially all these young guys in there right now, you can see the way they can impact the game next year for a team that's obviously going to lose the senior in Quillen.
We're going to lose 5 seniors next year. Eli, I think, does Eli have some more eligibility? I don't think he does. 5th-year senior, Josh Decker, Gabe Quillen, Eli Schoonveld, Zach
Ben
Haas,
Wagger.
Ben Wagger. And Reed Schilling with a moment with Tim Kaiser. Jonathan Duvall, he played 4 years in an Adrian uniform. Had a nice chance to talk to him after the last game here with a hug for his senior comrade. They were teammates. Rechsteiner tries to go with a spin move of Carlson. Boy, he's got some ups, Matthew.
Yeah, he does.
Miller with a head of steam wheels it around and settles down the offense with 4 and change left. Only question, I think, is what the final score will be. Miller facilitating. Boltzma for 3. Banks went home. He counted it. He called it, I meant. That might be his first triple of the year. Let's check the research.
He's smiling and laughing because he knows how ugly it looked when it came up. But hey, it doesn't matter because it went down in the cylinder.
He's getting in the newspaper for that one. Boltzma's second triple of the season. And now Josh Rechsteiner, the senior, with his head coach Tim Kaiser. Great effort in 22 minutes for Rechsteiner.
So we probably won't see Werman, Quillen, or Hovey. They do lead Hope scoring here. Werman with 19, Quillen with 16, Hovey with 12. And up 25 with 4 minutes to play. It all but feels safe with all the backups in there now, Mike. And
sure does.
The Rhodes will lead. That will be a 5:30 game on Friday evening in the Van Noort Arena. Hope College will be taking on Trine University.
Timeout on the court. Media timeout. We'll take a media timeout too. Why not? Matt and I will be back after this. Hope and Control 73-48 on the HSN.
Our students act as beacons of hope for their community. They lead with courage, conviction, patience, and strength. They're ready to change the world.
At Van Andel Institute, we're in a race, a relentless competition to get ahead of the diseases that affect our world. Cancer, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. We are at the forefront of research and discovery. Our global collaborations are a catalyst for big breakthroughs so that we can make the greatest impact on the health of current and future generations. Because in the race to prevent and cure some of the most insidious diseases, victory is the only option. Van Andel Institute, Innovation Unleashed.
3:55 remaining. Hope and Control. They'll take on, looks to be taking on Trine this Friday. Update from Olivet after being down 36-28. Olivet has come storming back. And with a big time run against Albion. 74-63 our score. And they have made up, my goodness, 19 points turnaround in that game as Olivet's going to move on.
How about Olivet outscoring Albion in the second half, 46-27.
Numbers don't lie.
Richardson at 29, Skipper at 14.
They might give Calvin an interesting little chase on Friday.
I think they will.
Seifert misses the pup. Seifert, the lone starter on the court at the moment for Adrian. Brady Miller with a reach in. That'll send Seifert to the line.
Yeah, I think Olivet can give Calvin all they can handle. You know, Calvin has played unbelievable all season, of course, winning 17 straight. But outside of, I mean, Olivet is just scrappy. They're tough, and Richardson is just such a tough guard, able to score a lot. So you see Coach Kaiser giving his seniors their love on their way off the court.
Yep, Kendall Chrisman, fine player. I had a chance to talk to him back when he was a freshman or a sophomore at Adrian. Just a nice young man. Nice career with the Bulldogs. By the way, that free throw by Nick Seifert, his first point of the second half, he had 8 points. And I think that was part of Adrian's frustration, too. Couldn't get their second leading scorer involved in that second half. Just 4 field goal attempts. Looks like Dylan Guerra will check in out of Anchor Bay High School, New Baltimore, Michigan product. A sophomore at 6'5". They've got a couple bigs, Matt, that have not played. A freshman, Bryce Plesh, a 6'7" freshman out of Frankfort, Michigan. We talked about Frankfort a few times. And a 6'7" freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Jalen Smith, that are in the backdrop for Adrian.
And Mike, looking at this Adrian team next year, of course, losing Rex Steiner and Josh Jordan and Nick Seifert are massive losses for them. And they will have junior season for Braylon Dickerson, which is huge. Senior season for Seth Logan. But outside of that, I mean, they're going to have to reload a lot, especially for a team that, you know, under 500 in conference play. They're going to maybe need to add some pieces in the transfer portal or some freshmen as they look to kind of come back and be in new form next year in the MIAA.
Great, and they've been to the tournament 6 straight years, so they managed to get into the tournament. Matt, can they take that next step? Tim Kaiser, a wonderful coach for them. Seifert trying to muscle in on Orion Yant, and Yant, the freshman, with a rejection. Boy, Seifert just can find no purchase in this second half. He'll fire up a 3 ball, skims off, rebound, try. And that is Devin Marate, the junior out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Turpin High School. Had 2 really nice JV seasons, the last 2. Under 3 minutes left. Hope shooting 45%, just 34% for Adrian. And 4 of 24 from deep for the Bulldogs. Hope a respectable 35%, 8 of 23 from deep. But like we talked about, Matt, they didn't take a lot of threes in the second half.
No, they kind of settled things down. And really, I think it started with they were up 15, and Hovey gets that easy 2 at the beginning. From then on, it just felt like Hope was in complete control. Of course, that's off to Josh Decker. I mean, Adrian was clawing back with 13 to play. Decker, it's a big 3 to go up 15.
Big one.
Things could have gone totally other way. You feel that momentum switch in that moment with 13 to play. It felt like that was kind of Adrian's chance, and then Hope kind of pulled it away from him.
Checking out of the game for Adrian is Lucas Schock, the 6'2" senior out of St. Clair Shores. He got some action in this second half. Gonna get some new numbers for Hope in this one. The numbers don't always indicate who's wearing what. I think Carter Bishop is wearing number 2, if I'm not mistaken, the freshman out of Holt. Seifert's the last remaining starter and senior in the lineup for the Bulldogs, as he's working on deep 3 ball. Just not been his second half. Chasing that one down is Carson Sanders, and almost took a referee out. Sanders coming off knee issues the last 2 years, as Seifert feels it. Good to see him back up. Sanders out of Clark Lake, Michigan, Hanover Horton High School. And I'm missing somebody. Neil Imey's normally number 23, but I don't think that is Neil Imey. Might be Carter Goodike. We apologize for any family members checking in.
Yeah, there's a few different roster changes, it looks like, because they have Gant wearing Wagar's 44 today, with Wagar not dressing.
And the end of the day, and probably the end of the career for Nick Seifert, as he has added so much to this Adrian program. You know, we were talking about Neil Imey for Hope. I had a chance up at Maple City Glen Lake to go check out his old alma mater's game, and they had the graduation picture on the north end on the outside of the gymnasium. I told him I took a picture of it to see if it looked like him.
Nice move by Yant there. That's pretty comfortable. He's a local product.
Oh yeah, he's part of that big run.
That Zeeland West
team. Did they lose to Muskegon or beat Muskegon, one or the other? I know it was a tough game.
I think
Sanders
they lost
inside.
to that team. Yeah, that was a fun team. They had a couple of guys, and of course, Yant, really good high school career.
How about Carson Sanders? Knocks down the short range, and that one is filled. Well, the future Hope basketball right here. Following Marate, you've got Sanders, who's a junior, Yant, who's a freshman, Carter Bishop and Goodike, and Carter Goodike and Carter Bishop are 2 freshmen. And who else do we have? Devin Marate, the junior. Free throw is up. That one is good. Filling that one is Rager. All the starters are out. Hope College. Another strong performance offensively. 3 ball on the way. Rims off. Hope bench wanted that one. Taking it to the rack and rejected as Jake Schlesinger, the 6'3" junior out of Gibraltar, gets rejected by a Hope jersey.
I just love the way Yant moves. I mean, he's so fast and physical. That size, just 6'6".
Yeah, and you know he's going to get a lot stronger too. He is fast, and physical and fast. You're right.
And he plays big. You know, he can sky and he can move and uses athleticism really well.
Well, you know, you look at this Hope for the future too. They've got, you know, Charlie Hull at 6'5". He plays big. Obviously, Yant does. Inside, hammer time, no call. Put back is up and in. Carter Goodike. I've got some clarification. Carter Goodike is wearing number 2. Carter Bishop is wearing number 23. So there we have it. Schlesinger with 3. Hope over the 80-point mark is Hope just content to calm it down with 11 seconds left. They don't have to shoot, and this one will be history. Hope wins their 5th straight first-round game, and they take care of Adrian for the 4th time in 6 tries. Or 7 tries, excuse me.
So as we wrap this one up, just clarify again, for Friday, it will be the 5:30 p.m. matchup at Van Noord Arena. That will be Hope taking on Trine University, the 2 versus 3 matchup. And then the 7:30 p.m. nightcap, number 1, Calvin, will be taking on Olivet. So a couple of really good basketball games on Friday night. If you're local in West Michigan, you're going to want to make it down to Van Noord Arena for those 2 games.
Agreed, Matthew. And this one has gone to final. Olivet comes storming back with an 8-point victory over Albion. Before we check out, let's look at some final numbers in this one. It was not Adrian's day, especially in the second half. They shot just 27%, 32% overall, 4 of 28 from 3. Leading the way is Braylon Dickerson with 16. Nick Seifert had 12, but just 4 in the second half. And for Hope, 44% shooting. They were pretty much even Steven Matt in both halves. And 8 of 25 from 3, just 6 3-pointers attempt in the second half. And Marcus Warman with another beautiful performance with 19 points and practical shooting by Marcus tonight.
And how about Hope? I mean, really the story for this game with more and more opportunities. They out-rebounded Adrian 51-28. I mean, Hope just absolutely dominating the glass in this one. That, with, of course, with their shooting percentage, gave them the huge lead for them to be able to take this one pretty handily there in the second half.
Agreed. 16 points for Gabe Quillen and 7 rebounds. Howell had 7 rebounds. Parker Hovey had 12 points and 7 boards. And I love Hovey's stat sheet. 3 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks, and a whole lot of energy. You get Parker Hovey fired up. I don't know if I'd want to go against him because he was as fired up as I've seen him in his career.
No, I agree. And this Hope team, I mean, they have a couple of days to think things over, get a couple of good nights of sleep, and get a game plan ready to see how they're going to stop Drew Moore, Nate Tucker, Emmanuel Menanglo, and a Trine team that's returning national champion and ready to get back in that same position.
Trine number 18th in the nation heading in. They were number 1 for a long time before they lost their first game. If they can get by Trine on Friday, Calvin against Olivet, and if Calvin dominates and goes to the final, they're ranked 16th in the nation. That'd be 3 years in a row that you have to beat a ranked team to make it to the national scene. I've seen stranger things. We're a third of the way along, Matthew, and before we check out, it's been an absolute blast calling games with you on the men and women's side. Sorry to see it go, but certainly enjoyed it.
Yep, can't wait till next season. I'll get buff in the off season. We'll get back. We'll see each other for a root beer, and I'll see you in 8 months.
Sounds like a plan. I want to thank Mackenzie McMahon, Sports Information Coordinator, Alan Babbitt, all season long. They enjoyed the dulcet, professional tones of Darren Deistermars all season long, doing the PA and the national anthem today. Tim Schoonveld, our athletic director here at Hope. And once again, for Matthew, my name is Mike Coleman. Our final score, Hope College 81 and Adrian 55. Live to play another day against Trine in a neutral spot at Calvin at 5:30 this Friday. Check the Calvin YouTube stream for the broadcast. Until next time, Matt and I say so long. Have a good rest of the week, everybody.
There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws. Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be, by driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth, by leading with inspired compassion, by embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity for all, by serving with anchored conviction, using our collective gifts to offer this world what it needs most. Hope. Not simply hope as a desire, but hope as a way of being. Because hope has changed the way we see the world. And hope drives us to change the way the world is. Because hope shapes our calling. Because hope inspires our dreams. Because hope empowers our talents. Because hope frees us to try. Because hope transforms what we believe, transforms how we act, transforms who we are. At Hope College, we know this life-altering grace is a gift we have all been given, and it is the greatest gift we can offer the world. Hope transforms.